Hey everyone, today I want to share some LinkedIn writing tips that that are not like the cliche writing copywriting tips you might see elsewhere on LinkedIn, but just kind of give you my 2 cents since I work as a copywriter and I write on LinkedIn nearly every day. And some of the things I've learned in the last 2 years that's kind of helped me find leads, build an audience, and yeah, I also just have fun writing on LinkedIn because there's a general consensus that writing on LinkedIn is cringe, and I would agree with that to an extent if you generally just like write cringeworthy stuff. And of course, if you're just starting writing on LinkedIn or really doing anything in the beginning, it's going to be cringeworthy. So you just have to learn to have fun with it. And if you genuinely love what you're writing and you want to improve over time, then anyone's going to find something cringeworthy just because you're pessimistic. And but anyway, I didn't mean to go on that rant. Let's talk about LinkedIn and some things I've learned. So pictures tend to do well on LinkedIn. I'm not gonna like say feed the algorithm, but people love to see like good photos of yourself, impromptu. Those my photos of me in them tend to do better. I just posted this an hour ago. Um, Me in a pie eating contest last weekend. Not a lot of engagement, but I also do like a lot of copywriting examples. Um, One thing I'll start out with is be super direct in that first line. Like, state a strong opinion or just a one line, not like super like adverbs and a lot of adjective. Just like, you don't need to be an expert copywriter to know the four C's. Like, this one's kind of long, but like generally my top performing posts on LinkedIn. And if you want to write and grow an audience LinkedIn, write a humdinger one liner. Um, I'll go into the satire content. These didn't do pretty well. I did that. Like this one, commit 20 minutes to every day to writing. Like, flat, strong statement. Writing lines not a performance. One liner. I'm obsessed with writing as character. One liner. Great copy is simple to understand. One liner. Fun LinkedIn fact. No chance great copywriting. Most likely. So, like, number one, have a strong opinion when you write LinkedIn content. Like, make it so if someone's scrolling, they're gonna have to obviously see more, but you want something that's gonna stand out and like, okay, this is a strong opinion. Other things to keep note of when you write on LinkedIn is you can twist a phrase. My satire content, I'm always twisting because I have to get real tired of like seeing people on social media use the same framework all the time. And you can use frameworks, but um, I like to use an element of surprise. So lead with something that sounds kind of like, oh, he's gonna say something serious, but then like surprise them at the end. Um, and it's a great way to like break the content and break the scroll because people usually see the same thing about job professionals, whatever. Um, like this one did pretty well. Shout out to every creator working out for the weekend and then deciding to work on the weekend because they have an easier week after the weekend. You got this. That was just like, I know, because I know everyone does this. So I thought that was kind of funny. Um, this is like also a great way is write it and then you could do one, two, three, and then humdinger one last liner. Just keep it simple. Like, just say something like, I believe, I don't know, I believe all 9 to 5 jobs are worthless. Or I believe 9 to 5 jobs are like straight strong opinion, state why, and then say this. I'm going to back it up. I'll show you a few other examples, but like that's the like the most important thing to remember is like um, have a strong opinion or lead with surprise. Um, you can see I've done it like a lot of times I'll post 2 days a week. I mean, not 2 days a week, 2 times a day. I'll do one time a day. Do pictures. You can see this one here. I make fun of like the thing, and then that one did really well. Fun LinkedIn fact: if you write like blah 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 blah, and then do it more like this blah blah blah, it still doesn't make you an expert copywriter. And people seem to really resonate with that one. Because again, it's like that surprise of like LinkedIn people are tired of like the, oh, here's my professional blah blah, or like there's just so much garbage on LinkedIn. There's also like a ton of gold, but there's, if you want to really stand out, you have to like, and you hear this word authenticity, like people sell it at like at the candy store, and you can just buy authenticity all the time. But no, authenticity when it comes to writing is figuring out your voice. Like I wasn't not making fun of LinkedIn and making jokes and satire when I was doing it first, but like I learned to like spin things and like have this element of surprise and like be more myself. And I'm really sarcastic. If you didn't notice, and people gravitate toward that because you're being your true self. So don't worry if your first like 30 or 50 posts on LinkedIn don't do well. LinkedIn is a great platform. It's a great way to build an audience. I get so many leads from LinkedIn. I book a lot of meetings from LinkedIn. I think a lot of people are great on LinkedIn. But when it comes to writing and doing content, if you want to get engagement, these are things I've learned. So pictures of yourself, strong opinion, satire content. I've reposted a reel and put it on here. Actually, that one did really bad. Not great content. This one was like kind of humor, did okay. Showed my kids and just like adventures being a dad. Again, satire content about being in a LinkedIn engagement pod. Another one that's a picture did mildly well. Kind of like I love writing because I finally figured out what I love writing about. This one again, more satire content. Like everyone's always like, "Oh, you should repost your content, repost." And they're like, it does like whenever you repost it, it does well. So what I did is twisted that. So it's like one of the best things about being a creator is posting content that gets low engagement and then iterating it 6 months later and have to get low engagement again. That's why we're reposting. So it's like people resonate with that because you hear these influencers and people saying, "Oh, just repost it and twist it, and like you'll get amazing results." Like, yeah, I mean, that might happen some of the time, but sometimes it just still sucks. And then, like more satire content. As you can tell, I write a lot of satire, but I also do a lot of pictures and examples of my copywriting. And like here's one that's not satire, but you could go directly into it and say, forget the hook. Just start out with this part. Like, I wasn't born a great writer. I don't have a degree in writing. I don't care that others are better than me. And then kind of like, it's like a reverse order. Like you could say, I didn't go to college. I didn't study marketing. I didn't do this. And then kind of like, but you're listening. And then it immediately creates that intrigue and that like hookless hook in a way where people are like, whoa, what is this? Rather than just leading with a sentence. This actually has worked really well for me. So I would also consider doing that. Share an article. Let's go through some other ones. A friendly reminder, stop worrying about your identity. You could use the word stop in your opinions. Like, remember, strong opinions do well. And I could actually show you Justin Welch's because, everyone, Justin Welch is like the main LinkedIn man. No, of course, he's getting hundreds of thousands at every post, but I'm not like trying to like says his posts aren't good, but the idea of social proof, like people follow the crowds of other people. So if I see this, I'm more likely to like it because I see 740 people like it. So how many people are liking it? I'm not trying to take anything away from what he's doing, but you also have to remember, like, if someone without his stature and his like recognition does something like this, it's people are liking it because they're going to follow the crowds of other people. But I will say, this is very like, very listicle, very starts with like problem, agitation, solution. See this and this list. Again, he like makes sure you frame stuff. You don't need book smarts for success. So he kind of like presents a problem, like, and then he agitates it, like, you don't need this. Then of course I'm going to agitate it by saying you don't need this, and then I'm going to show you the solution. This is what you actually need. And so, um, yeah, that's kind of the LinkedIn 101 when it comes to content and how I write content, and then kind of like Justin Welsh and how he does it. Um, and when it comes to just, I think, writing on LinkedIn in general, just don't be afraid to like share what you're learning, share a strong opinion, create it like, so it's not huge paragraphs. Don't be afraid to like make fun of something, share like an obstacle and how you overcame it. Think of like PAS, present a problem, agitate it, solution. And so like, where is his? He also does different frameworks, but so like you can also do this or that. What this system teaches you, I've done this before in a post, where like you could do this or you could do this. Those are also really good. But just some ideas as you, if you're thinking about creating content on LinkedIn and you want to build an audience and you want to really leverage the LinkedIn platform, these are some great ways to do it. So I hope that helped.